Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to Cancer season and welcome to your reading. The sun in Cancer is activating your third house of communication. So your voice is the gateway to everything right now. The connection in your relationship, your career, your mental plan saves you, it makes or breaks you. How about that? So keeping that in mind and being prepared with that mental plan, using your mind to set things up the way that you need, is the mindset for the next month. As of June 20th, we have the Sun, Venus, and Mercury all in your third house of communication. So let that mind be active. Let it sort things, create things, shift things the way that they've been needing. It's change, it's quick change, and it's fun change. You know, you've also got this optimism in your voice that can save things. But it's not an empty optimism. It's from the confidence that you have in the plan. Now, this third house energy can also be a bit harsh. You're a bit no nonsense. You may have felt like you've been toyed with in relationships or partnerships or whatever. So you develop this super quick mind that just says things as they are and even shuts things down or just doesn't really have an emotional, it's not that you're not emotionally intelligent, you just are not giving it any space, time, room. Maybe it's because you don't have time, or it's just because you just see that emotionality as, it's usually time. You know, this third house, this third and ninth house axis, usually time that's at play here. You want things to move fast, you want them to be efficient, you just want them to move. So, but you do need to be careful, because that lack of consideration that you don't give really, it can mess up relationships, mess up partnerships, and you might think that it's being overlooked, but it's not. It's being felt, it's seen, it is being experienced as discrimination, whatever setting. It's being seen as being inconsiderate, whatever setting. Be careful. Yes, things need to be said, and they need to be, right? They need to be said, but you still got, you know what it is? It's because this energy is it's flighty. So it's almost so in the moment that it forgets about tomorrow. It forgets about the energy of tomorrow. It forgets how people might see it tomorrow. And it forgets the impact of that energy in that moment. And you don't want to. You, especially of all people, do not want to attract any long-term hits to your reputation or to your opportunities, connections, because like I said, these things seem like short-term decisions that you're making in the moment, but they, for you especially, can be so lasting. So keep that in mind. We just had a full moon in your ninth house on June 29th. So this professional opportunity, this thing that you're very passionate here with the Knight of Wands, you feel like the inspiration for that thing is secured. You don't have to chase it. You've got all of the right things in place, people in place, visions in place to make it worth it, right? This next phase of the journey that you're on, you've got all of the right sparks to make you want to build on top of what you're doing in a new way, and it also feels like, this weight that you've been carrying, you can put down a lot of it. You really can. You really can. Under this full moon, you can put down a lot of the weight. You can just let your wisdom be the creator of bigger opportunities, or the sustainer of the opportunities that you have here with the Seven of Pentacles. And there is this need and opportunity with the Sun in Cancer to take a quick look over everything that's moving, everything that's happening. And there are a lot of changes that do need to be made this season. As I said, quick changes. This is third house energy. As you think it goes. As you think it goes. So use this time to be smart about the quick shifts that need to be made, especially in a professional setting, especially. In terms of love, there's this security that you have now that Jupiter has shifted out of your first house and into your second house. It's just security. You have things together, you have investments together, you have assets together that are keeping you together, keeping you secure, and keeping things moving along very smoothly. And you're enjoying it, you're enjoying the security of it all. And at the same time, it's still just about you, which you honestly love. You love to have all of those things within your possession, but also still get to invest all of this energy in what makes you feel worthy, and through that, securing yourself even more. So it's a really smart game that you're playing right now. Smart strategy, smart approach. It's all working in your favor. Really good. And if you're working to attract someone right now, that is the method. It's all about, I have everything that I need. I know what this vision of security is that I want, and I know that I'm worthy of it. So really, I'm picking, right? And I'm letting the right person align to this very worthy version of myself. So looking amazing in terms of love, even if right now it is about you getting to this place of worthiness and remaining there and focusing on just you, what you want, what you need to manifest, what you need to create, what you need to attract. Saturn and Neptune are going retrograde in Pisces in your 11th house. Saturn will go retrograde on June 29th and Neptune will go retrograde on July 2nd. So these are this is your community at large, and the issues coming up within your community at large. And I know you've been sitting pretty with everything, just your community growing and your things flowing as they should for the most part within your partnerships and connections. But when Saturn and Neptune go retrograde in your 11th house, it feels like that solidness of all of the partnerships and connections that you have start to bust at the seams. They start to crack and wither, and you can see that as, oh my gosh, this is cracking and withering, it's falling apart, it's never going to work, it's just going to actually fall apart. Or you can be that solid, cracking and withering and falling apart energy as, it's not going to work. Or you can be very compassionate with self, especially, and starting there and spending a lot of energy there, a lot, because you can't pour into anybody or anything that you're trying to create if you're not focusing on the self-care. And maybe that's a part of it. Maybe, the difference with the different reaction to this retrograde will be dependent on how well you take care of yourself, because this energy is coming. It's inevitable. For some, it's already here. Things are already cracking. But if you're taking care of self, this cracking can be something that is inevitable, but that doesn't mean that it can't be resolved. That doesn't mean it can't be smoothed over. That doesn't mean it can't be fixed. So but your ability to feel able to do that smoothing over is all dependent on your sense of emotional security within self, which is something that you have to give yourself first and foremost. We're going to go deeper into these retrogrades. I want to talk about you also telling people what you need. Telling people what you need. I think that's also another part of it. We'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about the rest of the transits and your extended. You can access your extended through the link in the description and sign up for the Taurus tier on Patreon to access your extended. You can schedule private and birth chart readings with me through the link in the description. The Cancer season kickoff birth is out now on YouTube, and the Cancer season playlist Tide is out on Apple Music, and the link is in the description. I'll see you in the extended.